What is going on, everybody? Project Rod out here, and it is time for Racing and Skills in the final stop of the Arena Series. But first off, I want to start off by giving a huge shout out to Tristan Brown Yiki, who is our first official patron on the official Project Rod Patreon page. Tristan is also known as April Summers, the driver of Monster Dalmatian in the Stadium Series. So again, huge thanks and a huge shout out to them. Link is in the description below if you want to become a patron. But let's go ahead and move on with the event. This is the leaderboards going into Racing and Skills today. Alien Invasion with that comfortable 8-point lead over Massimo Rottweiler. Son of a Digger right behind. Backwards Bob is getting close to elimination. This is our racing bracket going into today's event. As you can see, Massimo Rottweiler and Son of a Digger getting the bye runs into the second round because they were the top two fastest qualifiers in qualifying today. Excuse me. But let's go ahead and start with round one. Now, Backwards Bob is right behind Stone Crusher, 8 points behind Stone Crusher, and is in a dangerous spot facing elimination. If they don't get out of that last place position, then they will get eliminated from the Arena Series and will get replaced by another truck and driver for Season 2. So this is going to be a game changer for them. But Stone Crusher looking like some trouble here, flipping as they had one more turn to go. So Backwards Bob is going to get the win, and just like that, Backwards Bob is going to slowly chip away at that 8-point difference because they will be moving on. And with Stone Crusher getting a DNF, chances are they're only going to get 1 point for racing. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens as we move forward. But now it's Crush Station and Alien Invasion, who Alien Invasion was our last winner. But Crush Station, trouble there. That's going to mess them up. As long as Alien Invasion can keep it on all fours, they'll be good. But trouble for Alien Invasion as well, slamming into the container. But it's going to be too late. Crush Station, if they can finish this turn, is going to get the win, and there it is. Small error by Cecily 96 and Alien Invasion that cost her the race. So Crush Station is moving forward into round two, or really the semifinals. So Massimo Rottweiler will face Backwards Bob, and Crush Station will face Son of a Digger. Now, Alien Invasion is only going to be getting 2 points out of this. So if Massimo Rottweiler can advance and win, it closes that gap that much more. So this is going to be big. I'm really interested to see what happens here. Backwards Bob, the truck facing elimination, and Massimo Rottweiler, the truck looking to get some points and advance and take that lead and get the win and move on to the World Finals and the Stadium Series for Season 2. But it just depends on how this race goes. Looks somewhat even. Excited to see what's going to happen here. Looking like they're going into the last turn. Who's it going to be? It looks like Massimo Rottweiler had the advantage there, and he did, getting the win over Backwards Bob. So Rottweiler moving on to the finals once again. I'm sure hoping to go for a third win of the season, a third racing win for the season. As Son of a Digger and Crush Station, our last race of the semifinals, comes out. Son of a Digger in third place. Not sure they really have a chance at coming back, but I'm sure they would just like to end somewhere up in the top of the leaderboards. Sure it'll look better that way, but Son of a Digger is flipping over. Crush Station almost flipping over as well. Trouble for Crush Station. Son of a Digger out. So much going on, but Crush Station was able to keep it and still continue. They didn't give up, and they're going to take the win. Son of a Digger they lost it. They were back on all fours, but they just kind of counted it as a loss. Crush Station, though, had a big screw-up that almost cost them the race too, but they were able to continue and finish the race. So our final round will be Rottweiler versus Crush Station. Let's see what it's going to be. Will Crush Station get their first racing win of the season, or will Massimo Rottweiler win racing for the third time this season and close that gap between them and Alien Invasion? It all comes down to this. Rottweiler looks like he has a bit of the advantage so far. I don't know, they seem somewhat even now. Nope, Rottweiler had a little bit of a lead. It all comes down to this last turn. It looks like it's going to be Rottweiler, and it is. That's it. Massimo Rottweiler is the winner of racing today. So congratulations to Rottweiler and Self-Created for their third racing win of the season. Huge, huge, huge win for them, as they really need the points right now. So this is what the racing bracket ended up looking like. Massimo Rottweiler taking the win again for the third time this season and getting those 6 crucial points. Now, This is what the leaderboards are looking like now. The gap is getting closer. It's a 4-point gap now between Rottweiler and Alien Invasion, so skills and freestyle will play a big part. Backwards Bob and Stone Crusher now 5 points away, so again, depending on where they land on the skills and freestyle challenge, Stone Crusher could be in last place by the end of this, so who knows. But Backwards Bob being the first one out for skills. Very crucial moment here. It's very important that he scores higher, takes a win here. Last time around, Backwards Bob was 3rd in skills, and Stone Crusher was 6th in last place. So, if we can get a repeat of that, it'll close the gap that much more, and then it'll all come down to freestyle. So, we'll see what happens. But the first attempt was a good one. Let's see what the second attempt will be. I'm sure he's sweating bullets right now. He's nervous as can be, but that's going to cost him. He ends up on his lid during his second attempt, a 6.372, so it's not looking good for Backwards Bob so far. Very unfortunate. It all depends on what Stone Crusher scores. If he scores higher than Backwards Bob, chances are that gap's going to get bigger, and Backwards Bob is not going to have a chance to come back, but it all comes down to this. One attempt is in the books. Can he get a second one? If he flips on his second attempt like Backwards Bob, it all just depends on what his score is. But here we go. This is the attempt that messed Backwards Bob up. But he's able to control it. He should get a second attempt in here. And rolling it over, getting it back on all fours, I'm sure. There it is. What's the score going to be? Last time he was in 6th place. This time around he is going to be currently in 1st with an 8.656. So a good attempt by Stone Crusher, still keeping him alive in the leaderboards, in the standings. But we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. The event ain't over yet. Crustacean coming out. I'm sure they would like to take a skills win after losing the final race in racing. Crustacean last time around was 4th in skills. Oof. Kind of a hard hit there, but a nice wheelie, nice big air into a wheelie. That's going to be it for Crustacean. Both attempts are done. It all comes down to the scores. An 8.569, only good enough for second at the moment. So let's go ahead and look at our current leaders. We have Stone Crusher with an 8.656 in first, Crustacean in second with an 8.569, and Backwards Bob, unfortunately, in last with a 6.372. So, halfway through skills, Son of a Digger coming out with his first attempt. Last time around getting second in skills. Should have been first, but tried to go for that reverse flip. Didn't get it, but had enough momentum to turn it into a moonwalk and keep it on all fours. So a good attempt for his first time. Has one more to go, but a controversial win for Alien Invasion last time around when they came and took it from Son of a Digger, which I'm sure a lot of other people believe Son of a Digger should have taken that, but the judges had something else in mind apparently. However, Son of a Digger getting the second attempt done. Here it is, a 9.586 for Son of a Digger, taking that first place spot, so he is currently your leader in the skills challenge. We have 2 more to go. Monster Mode Rottweiler and Self-Created, your racing winner, coming out to see what he can do. His signature Cyclones chasing his tail into a moonwalk. Nicely done. Good combo there. Let's see what he can get for his second attempt. Again, score to beat is a 9 something or other by Son of a Digger. 9.586. Second attempt here. A little bit of a weak one. I'm not sure how well that's going to score. But here we go. It comes down to the judges. An 8.175, so only good enough for 4th place at the moment. Here comes Alien Invasion. That is really going to hurt Monster Mode Rottweiler, especially if Alien Invasion comes back and does something really well and scores high right now. With Rottweiler's current position in the standings and the leaderboards for skills, it would put him at getting only, 2 points? Or 3 points? So, if Alien Invasion comes out and just kills it, I mean, that's going to be a difference maker. But it all comes down to this. Looks like Alien Invasion is going to take a page out of Son of a Digger's book, and unfortunately didn't quite get it. So here come the scores for it. It all comes down to this. What's it going to be? An 8.730 for Alien Invasion and Cecily 96. So that means Son of a Digger and Arcanine 59 is your skills winner and will be getting 6 points today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standings now. Or not the standings, but the leaderboards for skills. There you go. Son of a Digger getting 6 points. Alien Invasion 5. Monster Waller 2. Oh, I think we have a winner already. Here are the standings. It's a done deal. Alien Invasion is your winner of the season. There's no way anyone's going to come back. Same thing with the Backwards Bob. He's out. What a turn of events. Alien Invasion is your winner. Freestyle really doesn't matter at this point. What a way to end it. But congratulations to Cecily 96 and Alien Invasion. You're going to the World Finals and to the Stadium Series for Season 2. And unfortunate for Backwards Bob. It was a great run. Thank you so much for being here. But that's the way it is. So I'll see you guys in freestyle for one last hoorah. And once again, thank you so much for Tristan Brown Yiki for becoming a patron. And make sure you check out my Patreon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in freestyle.